Welcome back, students. I hope all of you are safe and healthy and have enjoyed your vacations. Before the vacations, we started with the chapter Reproduction in Plants and Animals. So, now let's quickly revise what we have discussed till now. Reproduction, as all of you know, is one of the basic characteristics of all living beings. This reproduction can be defined as the process of living beings producing young ones of their own kind. There are two modes of reproduction, sexual and asexual. Now let's discuss the basic difference between asexual and sexual mode of reproduction. In asexual reproduction, only one single parent is involved, whereas in sexual reproduction, two parents, male and female, are involved. In asexual reproduction, the new generation is identical to their parents, whereas in the sexual reproduction, newborns are not identical, but they are similar to their parents. Asexual reproduction does not involve the fusion of male and female gametes, whereas in the sexual reproduction, there is the fusion of the gametes which forms a zygote, and this zygote develops into a new individual. Asexual reproduction is generally seen in lower organisms like amoeba, yeast, etc., whereas sexual reproduction generally occurs in higher organisms like dogs, cats, etc. Then we discussed about the various methods of asexual reproduction in plants like binary fission, spore formation, budding, fragmentation, vegetative propagation through stem, through leaves, through roots, and tissue culture. Today we will start with the asexual reproduction in animals. Asexual reproduction is shown by very few animals and especially those of the lower group. Now we will be discussing about the various methods of asexual reproduction shown by animals. The first method is budding. You learned this method of reproduction in yeast, which is a plant. The same type of budding is observed in few animals also, like hydra. In this method, a bud, which is a small outgrowth or bulge, is formed in the parent hydra. See the diagram A here. This bud grows in size and develops parts of the body, which are seen here in diagram B. And finally, there arises a constriction, means tight or narrow compression at the base of the bud, which you can locate here in diagram C, which further separates the bud from the parent, and this bud grows into an adult, which you can see in diagram D. So these are the various stages in the process of budding. Now the following video will help you in understanding the process.
Hydra. Hydra is one of the simplest sedentary multicellular freshwater organism about 1 centimeter long. It has a tubular body with a basal disc for attachment and a free distal or oral end-bearing mouth and circlet of tentacles. Hydra reproduces asexually by budding. At the time of asexual reproduction, small buds appear on the body wall. As the bud elongates, a mouth opens at its free anterior end, followed by the development of tentacles at the base of the oral region. The newly developed hydra detaches from the parent body and fixes on a substratum.
The next method is binary fission. As the name itself suggests, fission means dividing or splitting, and binary means two. So binary fission means when the parent cell divides into two identical daughter cells. In animals, this kind of reproduction is commonly seen in unicellular organisms such as amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. You can see various stages of binary fission in the diagram given in front of you. When the amoeba becomes mature and is fully grown, the nucleus divides into two, followed by the division of cytoplasm, and then two separate daughter cells are formed. And each of these cells are capable of living independently. The following video will help you to understand the process.
Amoeba reproduces asexually by binary fission. Binary fission is a type of asexual reproduction in which the fully grown parent cell splits into two halves, producing two new daughter cells. At the time of binary fission, the amoeba withdraws pseudopodia and becomes spherical in shape. The nucleus splits longitudinally and divides into two daughter nuclei. These daughter nuclei move towards opposite poles. This is followed by the elongation of the parent cell. A fissure appears in the middle of the cytoplasm between the two daughter nuclei, dividing the cells into two equal halves. Thus, two daughter amoebae are produced from a single parent. One of them has the original contractile vacuole, while the other develops a new one. The entire process of binary fission is completed in less than half an hour, but this time varies with temperature.
Then comes multiple fission. As all of you know, under normal conditions, amoeba multiplies by binary fission. But under unfavorable conditions, a method known as multiple fission occurs in amoeba to survive and reproduce. When the conditions are unfavorable, amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia and becomes almost round, as you can see here in the diagram. It secretes a hard covering called cyst. Inside the cyst, the nucleus divides many times to form many nuclei. This is followed by division of cytoplasm. This leads to formation of many new daughter cells, and when the conditions become favorable again, the cyst bursts and releases these daughter cells. So this process is called multiple fission. Regeneration. Regeneration means the regrowth of a damaged or missing organ part from the remaining tissues. It is one aspect of the general process of growth important for the maintenance of an organism. Very commonly you have observed that lizard can regrow its tail. If part of the liver in human beings is lost by disease or injury can also grow back. But some lower organisms such as starfish have the capacity of reproducing by this method of regeneration. Thus, when an animal body breaks into two or more pieces, each piece is capable of regrowing to form complete animals, as you can see in the diagrams. The following video will show the process of regeneration. So children, these were the various methods of asexual reproduction in the animals. In the next class, we will be discussing about the sexual mode of reproduction in plants. I would like all of you to keep one flower, preferably hibiscus flower, with you to understand the parts of the flower clearly. Thank you and take care.